Congratulations for nominating yourself to the elections, and we wish you all the best for the election and the upcoming future. So we will start with the question here. Before that, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I am Aharna from 4th year DSMS.
So let's start with what is your evaluation of the previous council? What do you think they did well? What do you think that went wrong? What are your hopes? And what do you think that they could have done better?
I think they did a good enough job trying to convey our academic stresses during this online semester. We got bits and breaks when we wanted it. And it was nice to have a body talking to the admin, at least voicing our issues, even if they weren't all heard or something like that. They also achieved, I think, something with the medical facilities where you can just have this one helpline number and you can get everything from there. So that is quite an important thing. I believe it's these small issues that really make your life easier in campus. One thing everybody's talking about they failed in is communicating with the student body properly. Even though they were taking our opinions, but they were not really telling us what is coming out of those discussions. So definitely communication with the student body should be improved.
So what do you want to do differently than the previous council?
So definitely communicate more about the happenings goings on of the IISER administration and how in general how the council works and everything, because a lot of the first years especially who haven't experienced the campus life are unaware of all these things, and also help in making all essential information for students, making it available on our student council website or even some Kalpa's website. That would be it'd be nice to have all if you're having a medical emergency or if you need to use your insurance, that it should be explained in a more easy way so that not everyone has to go through all those boring documents.
So what was your motivation for standing the second election? And yeah. What?
So I think I got motivated only when I heard that there are very less nominations and the entire council stood a chance of just getting cancelled. And I really did not want a democratic system like this to dissolve in just 1 year of its beginning. And we could clearly see why people are not nominating themselves for such a task, because it is a lot of work to collect opinions, formulate arguments, and then present it to various committees and get things done. So that is why most people are not nominating themselves, and I think that I can do a fair enough job in this field, and that is I've nominated myself.
So what is your plan of getting things done or even keep the council running in the scenario of pandemic?
Okay, so I think the first council cannot really be blamed for how they ended up being, because nobody had signed up to be in the council in these circumstances. You're away from the campus and you just have to talk to people through Gmeet or other social media platforms. So now it's different because we have been living in this kind of a condition for more than 1.5 years. So now most people who have signed up know the difficulties that could arise, and we have more adjusted to this entire online thing. So in that case, I'm just hopeful that we'd be able to communicate amongst each other properly and with the student body too. So yeah, like at least ensure conducting town halls every 2 months, which is as required by the constitution. And then keep updating the website about things that are happening, what the council is trying to do.
Now that you have said that how we want to operate on pandemic, a lot of people who we are interviewing as candidates, and in general, it seems that getting things done itself is a big agenda of this election. But there is no specifics of. We are receiving very less specifics on what people actually want to get done. What are your agendas? Tell me like few things that you want to particularly push for as a council member.
The first thing, I think right now a lot of people are facing problems with how their scholarship works and everything. So streamlining that process would be one thing that I would like to do. Have the admin give us a proper guideline on when the payments are going to be done and what documents we need to submit from time to time to keep this a smooth process. Then the career development cell was trying to go somewhere. It did get expanded, and the previous council amended the constitution to have 2 student reps in that. So ensuring that whatever they were trying to do and see how we can best use the career development cell for students in IISER would be my agenda.
What do you think that makes you a good candidate?
So in my prior experiences of talking or communicating with the admin, I would say that I've been the chief editor for Kalpa for 2 years. And that has really given me quite a good look inside how things in the administration work. I have a good idea about how budgets get approved and everything. And I think, and the managerial part of it is anyway involved in it. So I think I could use these skills and whatever I've learned about IISER and its administration in all these 3 years and put them to good use by being in the council.
So, especially in the current scenario and after the first council has signed off, we have seen a general apathy to the structure itself. People are not nominating enough, even after EC is sending out mails, which was clearly not the scenario when we were covering the elections of the first time. Even now, there is a lack of PhD candidates. I think I saw only 3. And, EC had to hold public meetings, etc., to even get people nominated. So I'm pretty sure that the people who have nominated themselves are, of course, extra motivated, but you're also having to operate in a scenario where a lot of the large part of the body either doesn't even care or, doesn't think that, council can actually adequately represent their views. So what is your plan in working in that? What I'm trying to point out here, most people might not even, open your surveys. So what is your work around that?
So I think people not believing in the council and its potential is mostly because the council failed to communicate whatever they were achieving. Even if it's a very little thing, like making any change at this point, staying away from the campus, you just cannot bug people the way you used to while you're on campus. So whatever they had achieved should have been informed to the body. And the problem of tackling, how they would not open our survey forms is, I think, just hold town hall meetings, really encourage people to attend them. But at some point, there has to be some motivation from the individual itself. You're a student, you're a part of this great institute. And even though you're not really getting to experience a college life, you can at least, try to involve in things which are open for you to get involved in. And, it's really about the choice. you can choose to be informed about your issues, choose to voice your opinion, or not choose to do that. It will barely take like a few minutes of your day to engage with all these information, which is like relevant to the student. So yeah, I think just we would really have to rely on their motivation to a lot of extent. But yeah, definitely talking about how the council works and how we're going about doing things would maybe help people to see that, okay, this is a body which does some work and should be, like interacted with.
Right. Okay, I think that will be all for this interview session. We wish you all the best for your upcoming election and
Thank
also in
you.
general in operating in the pandemic.
Thanks.